Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It On. Let's continue our march up the mountain.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Into golden
Be gone, fiend!
the inheritor, guide my blade.
I know it's Socio that hit that ghoul for 61 damage, which is very impressive considering it's Socio. Stop whining. Raise your weapons, ready your defense. You wounded. Hold your torches up. Did the queen send his soldiers? Looks more like a sewing circle. Commander, as he sees you, Reginald throws his fist in the air. Despite some claw wounds, he's chipper and full of fighting spirit. Ready to report on the situation. To organize an escape. There are no fewer than 3 dozen gargoyles and ghouls in the fortress. We lack sufficient forces for a confrontation, so we withdrew. Look, a Hell Knight stooping to help his allies. Never thought I'd be glad to see your face, Reginald. I'll always preserve the lives of allied forces. If you thought in terms of efficiency in achieving your goals, as every fighter should in this war against the demons, you would be far less surprised at my actions. How did you escape? Gargoyles are used to dealing with weak and poorly trained fighters. Civilians near enough. During our first battle with them, we weren't at our best. While they grew confident in their victory, we studied their habits. They become vulnerable when they are preparing to land. It's a simple matter to free yourself from their claws. The rest is a question of skill. Yeah, those gargoyles just won't leave your unit alone. It's not about my unit, Commander. The gargoyles seem to know precisely in which tents to find their targets in. And another thing, you recall the fire at the camp. Gargoyles don't have any incendiary weapons. The flames were what guided them to us. Yeah, so Neura's, as I speculated when she threw the alchemist fire at the gargoyles and missed and hit the cart behind them, I suspected she probably a traitor, and I think this all but confirms that. Or it could be a red herring. Who knows? I don't know what Commander Tierbaid and her celebrated watch are getting paid for. It's clear as day there's an enemy spy in your camp. What's going on in the chapel? It's a slaughterhouse. Even I almost threw up. That demon you see, just killing and eating his victims isn't enough for him. He's inventive. Reginald exhales the last word of disgust. This can promise nothing good. Send your fighters to the foot of the hill. The survivors are gathering there. Consider it done. Matter retreat with them, or come with you. You'll come with me. I need all my allies to take out this nest. Affirmative. Alright, goodbye Camellia, and hello Reginald. Alright, level 3 of Hell Knight. He gets Force of Will. At 3rd level, a Hell Knight gains a +2 bonus on will saves against spells with any one of the following sub-schools or descriptors. Charm, Compulsion, or Fear. At 6th level, the Hell Knight chooses another sub-school or descriptor from the list and gains a +2 bonus on his will save against spells of that type. And the bonus provided by the first selection increases to +4. 9th level, he chooses from the list again, and both previous selections increase by +2, so he has a +6, a +4, and a +2 bonus, respectively, against spells of 3 different groups. So you just prioritize whichever one you think is the most important between Charm, Compulsion, and Fear. Pick that one first, then second most important, and then whatever you don't care about. Which should probably be Fear for us, because we have a lot of other ways to mitigate or increase Fear, saving throws against Fear effects, between my Cavalier and Paladin. And Disciplines. At 3rd level, a Hell Knight gains access to his first discipline. At 6th level, gains access to a second, and 9th level gains access to a third. When applicable, the save DC to resist a discipline's effect is equal to DC 10, plus the Hell Knight's level, plus his charisma modifier. The Hell Knight can use any one discipline a number of times per day, equal to the total number of disciplines he has access to. At 3rd level, he can use his discipline once per day. At 6th, he can use both disciplines twice per day each. At 9th level, he can use all 3 of his disciplines 3 times per day. That's just a huge power spike as he levels up. Now when I boost his will saves even further, which he already gets absurd will saves between Armiger and Hell Knight, but give him a little bonus here. Going forward, he'll get all dexterity. Knowledge Arcana and Lore Religion. Alright, so Fear, again, I think is a non-issue, because my Paladin right now provides immunity to fear effects with a greater aura of courage. Even without that up, she has R of Courage, which increases saving throws against fear effects. And then if she goes down, my Cavalier has his banner ability, which also increases skill or saving throws against fear effects, not skill checks. So I think Compulsion is probably the most dangerous. I'm going to grab this one first. And then Disciplines. Let's just go over these. Alright, so Censor. When the Hell Knight uses Smite Chaos on a creature, he can strike the creature mute for 1 to 4 rounds unless it succeeds a will save. Mute creature cannot speak or cast spells with verbal components. Command. The Hell Knight can use Greater Command as a spell-like ability, using her character level as her caster level. Fearsomeness. Hell Knight who successfully uses the Persuasion skill to cause a creature within 10 feet to become shaken. Instead, cause that creature to become frightened. This would be really good with Dazzling Display. I'll probably never give this to him, because I don't plan on Reginald taking Dazzling Display since my main character is our Dazzling Display guy. I don't need 2 people casting it. Onslaught. As a free action, Hell Knight increases his base speed by 10 feet and gains a +4 bonus to his strength for 1 round. If the Hell Knight is mounted, these bonuses also apply to the mount. That's really cool. He doesn't need this because he's dexterity based, but for a potential Hell Knight playthrough in the future, this will be really good. Pentamic Faith. This ability allows the Hell Knight to select one of the following domains: Artifice, Glory, Knowledge, Law, Magic, Nobility, Protection, Rune, Strength, Travel, or War. The Hell Knight gains the granted powers of that domain, treating his Hell Knight levels as cleric levels to determine what domain abilities he has access to. So that seems really good. Really ramps up his versatility. Just for the sake of thematics, I'd probably select Law. Though Glory is pretty good. R of Heroism, I'm a big fan of. What else does he get here? Some pretty good stuff, actually. What does Law get? This is pretty good, too. Not as impressed by all of these. I mean, Blade Barrier is really good. Dictum would be okay. Shield of Law is not bad. Anyway, let's continue. Shackle. When the Hell Knight uses Smite Chaos on a creature, he can impede its mobility. The creature can negate this effect with a successful will save. Otherwise, it is affected as if by slow from 1 to 4 rounds. And Tracker. The Hell Knight can summon a creature to aid him in battle, as if using a summon monster spell, save that the summoned creature lingers for 1 hour before vanishing. Hell Knight can summon a wolf. A 9th level Hell Knight can summon a Hellhound. That's pretty cool. And Rack. Hell Knight can make a touch attack as a standard action to cause a creature to suffer incredible pain. The creature touch takes damage equal to 1 to 6 plus Hell Knight's Charisma modifier, and must succeed at a will save or become staggered for 1 to 4 rounds. So some of these seem pretty good. I think I'm going to end up getting Pentamic Faith at some point. Maybe not yet. Grab it later when he has access to more domain spells. Actually, War might be good. Doesn't he get... Yeah, he gets a bonus combat feat. If he got Community Domain, I'd definitely grab that. But I think I'm going to get Socio Community Domain, because there's a mythic ability or feat lets you take a second domain. And Community gives you access to, I think it's called Guarded Hearth, which I've always been a big fan of. I also like the Artifice Domain for the DR that you get. Then I'm going to grab Censor here. So get Censor and I'll get Shackle at some point, just really stack his Smite Chaos ability. We'll start with that for now.
Decide already.
Alright, let's move forward. Grab the healing potions for now. Leave the rest of the loot here. We'll pick it up when we leave the area.
something.
Rusty blades and jagged shards protrude from a pile of broken weapons and armor.
The mongrel did it.
Thank you, Commander. No problem, man. Caustic mold. Gross.
Our victory is certain.
Fall!
This spell doesn't work like that.
I might hold real fast. Whoops. I'm pressing H to hold. Why is nobody holding?
I'll remove this obstacle.
Yeah, no idea.
You should have listened to reason.
My will is
That's right, we get Reg on the party now. Let's give him Death Ward.
You are my favorite aide.
I don't understand why that would put her up here. Well, I guess no, he was in that last slot. I guess that does make sense. Annoying, but it makes sense.
I'll go ahead.
Alright, how close are we getting to the top? Remember right, there's a way to cheese my way to the bottom here.
I am prepared.
So they normally to access this, you have to climb down the side of the mountain or go down a well that's up at the top. But if I remember right, unless they patched it out. Oh, there it is. Alright. Yep, you can just go into the cave from up here. Which also takes you to the bottom of the mountain. You don't have to make any skill checks to descend to the bottom, so you don't risk getting hurt. And you don't have to make it all the way to the top in order to get down here. It's pretty cool. Well, I'm sure it's not intended.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Let's try this way.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Retreat is not
I
an
will
option.
bring down the divine wrath.
You are nothing before me. Kneel before me.
This will hurt.
Oh, not rush forward too fast now.
Rely on me.
Good quick save, and in we go.
We will be victorious.
Alright, everybody, go after. Oh, let's rotate the camera like this, make it easier to select the ones I want involved. There we go.
The light will take you.
Colonel Rose, I call upon you.
So we got a small harp. Harp engraved with the butterfly, the symbol of Desna. If you listen closely, you can just make out a melody coming from it.
No reason to pause.
She calling me out? Playing real time with pause? It's a lot of smite good coming our way.
No glory without
You won't
lift.
survive me.
You should have listened to reason.
Endure this!
Mind over muscle.
Make every strike count.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Alright. Pretty easy so far. Bruiser's chain shirt. This +2 chain shirt grants the wearer DR3 versus piercing. Or sorry, DR3 except for piercing. I know I say that wrong. Someone corrected me. I know what it means, but the way I say it is just it's how my brain registers it. I don't think this is going to be better for anybody. Yeah, the concealment chance with this is too good. We should heal up Regil a little bit before we proceed. Book of Dreams. The book you found reveals only part of its secrets, at least at this moment. So among the bones and debris of the crypt lies an ancient tome. It is out of place here, unblemished by dust or time. It feels much heavier in hand than a book of its size should. It resonates slightly with magical energies. Gold filigree frames the cover, which appears as a night sky without words or title. Leafing through its pages reveals it to be a collection of a myriad tales about travels and luck, cryptic dreams and helpful visions, and friends leaving their hometown to travel around the world. Now, one of the characters featured, though, are of any renown. Oddly, the book seems to have never been completed. The story's in halfway through. Unable to discern more, you pack the book away for later study. As your travels continue and the story unravels itself, the book reveals more of its secret. Now all you summoned creatures gain the effects of Greater Longstrider and Good Hope spells. Now all your summoned creatures. Seems pretty good. Summon creatures. I guess she's the one that uses it right now, right?
Anything new?
In fact, if I went the, was it Tracker discipline with Regil, it would have been good for that Summon Wolf as well. A little weird having him equipped with the Book of Desna, but, you know, if it works, it works. There's a ton of junk in here. Oh, this is the cave that, Darren is being held in. Alright, interact with this. This should take us up to the top, if I'm not mistaken. I was going to grab this. Let's go up.
Not far.
Then we're going to come back down and exit the cave and explore the base of the mountain first.
Ready for anything.
To battle, my friends! Begone, fiend!
And please loot this body? That'd be great. Thank you. Wouldn't mind that being fixed. Not being able to loot things when you're mounted.
I'll go ahead.
Make sure we check all the nooks and crannies on the mountain. Is this as low as we can go?
I know the way.
I think so. Yeah. Doesn't reveal any more anything over there. It's just darkness.
Close ranks.
Fall!
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Much easier to cycle charge out here in the open.
Down the divine wrath.
So may as well abuse it while we can.
Follow my lead. I know what to do.
Tell me, and I'll do it.
We will win this war.
Yet another obstacle. This one's mine!
Oh, that's a lot of enemies. We're actually gonna cast slow on these guys, I think. Or actually, rather, just haste ourselves, since we have more castings of that. And I guess from here, hope for the best.
I'm done with you.
Did you
Eternal
see that?
Rose.
I call upon you.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. You won't survive me. This is why.
No mercy for the wicked.
Alright.
Into the fray.
Good, smite this guy into the fray, as she said.
Take you.
Press the attack.
I'm actually going to challenge this guy, because he is no pushover. Get over here, let's see. We'll try blinding him first, see what comes of that. I'd like to charge into it. Let's come down this way. Oh wait, our mount is down.
Calculated risk.
I go and cast that against him, and let's see. Let me try Phantasmal Killer. I doubt it's gonna work,
Begone, fiend!
but you never know.
Fall!
The worst part is you do this right after you fight that whole horde of incubi, so you immediately throw into this little fight here. Of course, that didn't work. Let's see, what else does she have? I think that'll do for now. I mean, I guess we could cast Displacement on Seela if I wanted to, but I think she'll be okay. Let's just go to Cycle Charge instead. Come on, guys. There we go. Jeez Louise.
I will help where I can.
Do you have to go unconscious before she gets her health back? No. Alright, so as soon as that
I'm
wears off,
alright.
she gets her health back. I wonder if there's a place to rest on this, in this area. Oops. I hope that there is. If not, we might be in a little bit of trouble once we reach the top.
Time's not waiting.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Alright, so just a vicious hand axe +2.
Retreat is not an option.
I'll remove this
Why doesn't it drop any
obstacle.
loot? That sucks.
As it should be.
The fight still went better than I expected. And when we can cycle charge easily with the Cavalier, I think most fights are going to be pretty inconsequential.
Enemy approaching. This should do it.
Kneel before me.
Socio should not be on the front line like that. I don't want to pull him back out of fear of attacks of opportunity.
Performance is lacking. You are lacking. I failed you, friends.
As long as he doesn't die, we're still okay.
You are inferior.
We have plenty of potions for right now.
The world has suffered enough.
He also has his own healing. We can go and activate this, actually. And I don't use Bane very often, so let's just go ahead and heal up a smidge. We'll keep hold of Bless. Let's see. Yeah, that should do. Alright.
I refuse to accept their
Let's try
statement.
this way.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
This will hurt.
That's so cool. Love thunderous blows. Alright, let's get him coming around the back. Or better yet, just use that as a display.
Endure this. Press the attack.
You should have listened to reason.
Retreat is not an option.
Alright. So
That is
far,
not
so
far.
good. Small sextant. What does that do? A sextant engraved with a butterfly, the symbol of Desna. If you listen closely, you can just make out a melody coming from it. Yeah, just like that.
I'll go ahead.
Well, imagine that.
I know the way.
I do remember there's a little shrine you can find around here somewhere. I missed it my first pass through my other playthrough. Might be further ahead.
Eternal Rose.
And I think the
call
things that we just
upon
picked
you.
up is for that shrine.
Our
So I think it's a
victory
shrine
is
to Desna.
certain.
Kneel before me. This one's mine.
I need your assistance. Failed you, friends. I've failed you.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
I see this guy standing back here. That's on me. I'm sorry, did you just cast Slay Living on my undead horse and kill it? I'm gonna question that. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
The goddess protects us.
Yeah, I disagree with that. Just the whole point of being undead. I'll put him back here on the same line as Socio. Alright, we'll actually put Socio a little bit behind my main character. Because he keeps wandering to the front and getting attacked. And taken out of the fight, which is not what I want.
Follow my lead.
Can't hide from me. Make every strike
They
count.
will break against our resolve.
Mind over muscle.
Is this a mock fight? I can still fight.
That's good, because we need you to keep fighting.
You're irrelevant.
Failed you, friends.
Some pretty good starting damage.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. You won't survive me.
I'm really not a fan of this guy doing what he's doing. Let's see. I need to activate this, or cast those. We'll get around to it eventually.
A calculated risk.
Endure this.
Alright, so far so good. Alright. We're getting a little roughed up. Is he blind? He is.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Alright. This is much harder on core than it was on normal.
Let me help.
As it should be.
No mistakes. As it should be.
Yeah, see?
Together we
Just like he
stand.
said. As it should be. Why is she walking so slow? Oh, she's exhausted. Well, that's no good.
I'm all ears.
Are we ready to move out?
Alright, I'm going to call it here. In the next episode, we'll continue exploring the base of the mountain, and then we'll start working our way back up to the top. And just keep on keeping on, hoping for the
Rely
best.
on
Might
me.
make you feel better.
I need to fix his blindness. I think we ever removed blindness scroll. I'll look for it off camera. Won't worry about it right now.
That
But
is
for now, I'm
not
going to call it
far.
here. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.